Your town nice. Stay in the know. Hardin County. Phone on silent, but the county talk loud. Hardin Local got the whole town down. From Radcliff Rose to the E-Town Square. If it's going down, you'll hear it right here. Nate got the scoop when the business grow. Nate's business buzz let the whole town know. New shop popping, yeah, the word gon' float. Local grind strong, let the spotlight glow. Then J.O.B. with the weekend plans. Events in the county for the whole fam. Concerts, festivals, places to go. Circle that calendar so you don't miss the show. Stay in the know. Hardin County. Hardin Local. Let it ride. Head bopping local tonight. Hardin County on a vibe, from the news to the food to the city lights. Stay in the know. Hardin County. Rachel got the numbers when the market move. Housing update, let the data prove who's buying what and where things go. Smart move start when you stay in the know. Then the food talk hit when the mic get lit. Experience eater, tell them where to sit. New spot, fire, yeah, we gotta go. Local plates hot, let the flavor show. Small town roots, but the vision big. Every local story with the gig.
Welcome back to Hardin Local. Phil Tall here again with our third of 7 candidate interviews today. I'm joined now by Michelle Mitchell, who's running for Mayor of Radcliff, a 4-way race that includes Doug Goodman, Terry Owens, and Toshi Murrow. You'll hear from Terry and Toshi on Wednesday during our 7-hour-long election marathon. Quick thank you to today's sponsor, the Plumbing Doctor and Omni Design Group, both helping us bring these interviews to you. More on both in a minute. Michelle, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Every candidate in this race is going to get the same questions, the same order, same time limits. So let's jump in. I may have to take a quick break in the middle of this. If so, I'll let you know. We already kind of discussed that off camera, but it'll only be briefly if that does happen. All right, introduction. What office are you running for, and why this office specifically?
So I'm running for the mayor of Radcliff, and I'm running because I believe leadership matters. Radcliff has a lot of potential and the ability to create opportunities for those in Radcliff. And I've served, I've listened, and I've worked alongside our residences and our businesses. So now I'm stepping up to bring people together to take Radcliffe to that next level and to lead with intentional leadership.
All right. Briefly, what happened in your life that led you to run?
Well, I am definitely going to say it was not politics that led me to run. I would say that it was more so purpose. I am a mother of 6 children. I've raised my children. I've been a business owner. I've been a community leader. I am a type of person, and this is the way I was raised, that you step in when there's a need. And from creating opportunities for youth to coming alongside and supporting small businesses and serving on the city council, you learn and you see that you do not have to have a title to serve, but being in the right leadership position can give you access to be able to do more. And that is why I'm stepping up, and that's why I'm here.
All right. What in your background most prepares you to be Mayor of Radcliffe?
I would say it's a combination of 2 things. One, a real life experience, and 2, being involved in public service. So, real life experience, like I said, I've served on city council. I've had a business, several businesses. I have worked with families, youth, our veterans, our seasoned citizens in our community, and business owners. And um, the thing about that is, I understand how decisions impact everyday people. as well as I prepared myself. I've went through training, leadership, development, understanding how city government works, as well as completing extensive municipal leadership training through the state of Kentucky.
Okay. If voters only remember one thing about why they should vote for you, what is that?
That I am a leader. I'm a leader that listens, unites, and delivers. I don't just do things to do them. I don't just talk about change, and I've actually been already making changes in our community.
All right, let's take a quick break to pay the bills. Today's election coverage is brought to you in part by the Plumbing Doctor, a family owned Hardin County plumbing company run by Glenn and Tracy Downs right here in Elizabethtown. Over 20 years serving in E-Town, Radcliff, Fort Knox, and Hodgenville. Fully licensed and insured, 24/7 emergency service, and 10% labor discount for military, first responders, and seniors. When your pipes go, call local. Call 765-PLUM. That's PLUM. That's 765-PLUM. The Plumbing Doctor. Experienced, reliable, and affordable. All right, Michelle. The first 90 days, if you win the mayor's seat, what's the first concrete thing you do in office?
I would immediately begin building for economic growth by working to bring on an economic development director, as well as looking at and identifying grant opportunities for Radcliffe. At the same time, I definitely want to launch our town hall meetings. I feel the people in our community want to feel heard and they need to have a consistent voice in order to express themselves. And then finally, it's a simple fix. Not everybody is on social media and or on Facebook, and having something that is transparent and lets people know what's going on in our community. I would like to put up a LED billboard, preferably on Hamburger Hill, known as Burger King in Radcliff, so people know what's going on at Kelvin Community Center, with our Parks and Rec, as well as any other community events that we have going on.
Is your campaign self-funded, donor-funded, or is it a mix?
So I have definitely invested in my campaign, but the thing that's powering this campaign is the community. It is my donors, volunteers, and those that believe in the vision that I have for Radcliffe.
All right,
So it's a mix of both.
where should voters go to learn more about your campaign?
So to learn more about my vision and the platform and to get involved even, they can go to Michelle for Radcliffe. So that could be Michelle, the number four, or the word for FOR, Radcliffe, RADCLIFF.com,
Is
or
it the
Facebook.
number? Is it the number 4, or is it spelled out?
It's
Or
both.
is
I
it's
have
both?
two. Yeah, yes, yes.
Is this it right here?
I can't see any.
Oh, okay. I think I got it right. Michelle
Yes,
for Radcliffe.com. All
yes.
right, great. Get your name back up there. I don't know why that's
Yay.
the way. All right. Got one more bill to pay. So before we get back into the Radcliffe Mayor specific questions, a big thank you to our second sponsor, Omni Design Group. Omni is a second generation builder based in Elizabethtown. Josh Branningham and Corey Jewell, born and raised in Hardin County. They handle new construction and remodeling, residential and light commercial, any size home, any size reno, no idea too outside of the ordinary. So if you got to build, a remodel, or an outside the box project, call or text Corey at Omni Design Group, and his number is 270-769-8339. Again, that's 270-769-8339. Corey at Omni Design Group. Locally owned, locally built, custom thinking. All right, let's get into these race-specific questions. You have 2 minutes per question. I'll
Okay.
kind of track it. If you go over, I can take some off another one, or if you don't use it all, I'll let you know how much you have,
Okay.
as you go. So the first one's on the city budget. And these numbers, I'm not 100% sure if I got the most accurate, like the most recent numbers. I think I did. But I also am working on a bunch of races. So I'm doing the best I can.
Okay.
If you have any corrections for me, I'm all about the corrections on my end. So anyway, the city of Radcliffe's most recent budget is about 18.3 million in the current fiscal year, with biggest line items being police at 6 million, fire at 3.8 million, public works around 1.6, and parks and rec around 1.5 million. as a mayor, you propose the budget and lead the conversation about what the city can and can't afford. What's your approach? Where would you invest more? Where would you hold the line? And how do you communicate these trade offs to residents who often don't see the budget?
Okay. How I would invest is in these following areas: economic development, public safety, youth opportunities, and neighborhood improvement, such as sidewalks, lighting, and safe spaces, because those areas are directly affecting our growth and quality of life. So we definitely want to pour into that. I would hold the line on unnecessary spending and focus on having efficiency in our operations. You know, when you go to work, most of us have gone to work and we have like a 30-day, 60-day, 90, 1 year evaluation. There's a vision, there's a mission, and there's some goals. And we need to be purpose and intentional in everything that we do with that budget. And we need to make sure that what we're trying to accomplish gets accomplished. If not, we need to go back and tweak it. Another thing, you said hold the line and invest. And then finally, just to get the word out amongst the people in our community, transparency is huge. It's big. I'm not going to make decisions behind closed doors and then just say, trust me on it. By having the town halls, real conversations, and clear expectations, our residents are able to understand what we're doing and also why. I feel it's really important for the public, general public, to be educated on the process of how things work.
All right. Next question about relationship to Fort Knox. Radcliffe has more than 22,000 residents, and it sits right next to Fort Knox.
Yeah.
How do you think about the city's relationship with the post, the military families who live in Radcliffe, and with the commanders who rotate every couple of years?
Well, Radcliffe is more than just next door. It is part of our identity and our economy. Like we said, 30% of that is made going through that gate there. And so, one of the things I would definitely implement is consistency. We know that command changes every 2 years, and just because it changes every 2 years, it doesn't mean we need to start all over again. By establishing a relationship, a working relationship, finding out what their needs are, what we can do, and how we can come along and support that would be very important. That happens through communication, serving on boards together, attending meetings, getting updates, and just understanding the leadership there. I also want our community to be more military family friendly. We say that we are a military family friendly community, and we need to have more things that will promote that, to let people know that we want you here. We support you, and we're here. There's such things as the newcomers event that is open to soldiers and families that are coming in, and businesses come in and set up for that. Community connections. We just celebrated, April is the month of the military child, having something like a Purple Out month in Radcliffe and getting businesses and other organizations to support that by having events and discounts and things like that for our families would be really, really good. And we used to have things like Hooray for Hero. I'd like to see us get back to doing those type of things, showing that we really do support our military. And when Fort Knox is strong, Radcliffe is able to continue to grow right alongside with it.
Mhm. In Radcliffe, you got a variety of services: police, fire, and then EMS services too. They're kind of, some's mingled with the county, some of you guys do yourself, like with the police department. As mayor, how would you approach those different partnerships? And are there specific areas, equipment, coverage, response times, and trainings where you think the city should push more and do it
Well,
more itself?
okay. Well, public safety is a shared responsibility, and that means strong partnerships. We've got to have those strong partnerships. I went through the Hardin County Leadership Law and Order last week, and I saw a lot of collaboration and things going on there. So we have that to a degree, but once I come in, I'd like to make sure we're ensuring clear communication and coordination between the city, the county, the schools, Fort Knox, all of that, to make sure we're not duplicating efforts or missing gaps. We want to be mindful of that. I also feel that Radcliffe needs to advocate for itself, and by doing that, having regular checks, as I mentioned before, on what we are currently doing, what the response time is, coverage, and the resources that we need to address anything that we might fall short on. So for me, at the end of the day, with these type of services, I want to make sure that people can call in, get the help, and get it fast, and have an effective response time.
Okay. Next question's about growth, housing, and downtown. I know, the county has a comprehensive plan guiding development over the future. And also, but with day-to-day growth decisions, annexation, zoning requests, building permits, and infrastructure extension happens at the city level. So what's your vision for how Radcliff grows over the next 4 years? And how do you balance new development with preserving what makes the city feel like home to people who already live there?
Right. Well, I feel that the growth one should be intentional. So my plan for the next 4 years is to revitalize these vacant buildings. Also to come along and support our small businesses as well as when we're bringing in new businesses. There is a plan that I will implement. It's called Growing Home. It originated in 22 in Hopkinsville. This community is very similar to us in numbers and with their challenges, things like that. And I went down and spoken to the leadership, the mayor, and all of that, and spoke with them about becoming a sister city with us. They've been there, done that. They know the challenges. They've been able to get funding for a lot of different things. That also helps with the taxpayers, not putting more on them. And so that is my plan to do that. We need to revitalize our community and make it more appealing. But at the same time, we also need to protect what makes Radcliff feel like home. So safe and clean spaces, a strong sense of community is something that is needed. We want to have make. I hear your dog. He's
Yeah,
coming. The
he is.
development decision should make sense for the people that already live here, not just the ones we're trying to bring in too. It all needs to work together. It's a combination of both, I would say. A balance of growth and community together.
Okay. Working with the council, and then with Radcliffe City Council, also Hardin County Physical Court in Fort Knox. This question's more about like how do you collaborate? So the mayor doesn't get to govern alone.
Mhm.
You have a city council that passes ordinances. You also live in a county that has a physical court that runs county services and a military installation that touches
Mhm.
almost that wants to know what's going on in Radcliffe. How do you build working relationships across those boundaries, especially when you disagree on substance?
Okay, well, we definitely have to lead. You can't lead if you're in isolation. So we have to build those relationships with people, bringing people together at the table to have these discussions, um, working together to try to resolve issues before they become issues. I'm very much a person that is proactive instead of reactive. If we can get a pulse on things that are going on by bringing everybody to the table to have these discussions, we can head off a lot of things that we don't have to deal with. And of course, if we disagree or when we disagree, because we will disagree, I feel like we need to stay focused on the solution. Um, and also at the end of the day, the mission is our community, and we serve in our community, and so we serve in the same community, and so that should always be the focus in resolving
Hmm.
issues.
All right. Well, you got a few extra minutes here, so I'll let
I
you add
do.
to your closing statement. So that's what we're about to do. But I think before I let you do the closing statement, and you can have up to 4 minutes because you did bank some time on those questions. You answered them pretty quickly. But just go as long as you want. But I just want to say thank you for joining us. And for our viewers, if you missed where Michelle said voters can learn more about her campaign, you can go to the comments on this post. I put her website there. And we'll also make sure to publish that on the hardinlocal.com elections page as well. But yeah, and before you go ahead and take your closing statement, I just want to say one more thank you to the day's sponsors, the Plumbing Doctor at 765 Plum, and also Omni Design Group. You can call or text Corey at 270-769-8339 for your next build, remodel, or custom project. Now, this interview will stay archived, the live version of it, on Facebook for 30 days, YouTube, I think it's a little longer than that, but I will also have a copy of this here on our Hardin Local server. So if anybody ever wants to request the raw footage, you can do that and you'll be given it without any problems whatsoever. You just have to private message me or reach out to me and we'll get that done if you do need to request that information from us. But go ahead and take it away. You have a few minutes, so just kind of share with people why they should vote for you and you know what's most important to you.
Okay, so I am asking for your support, your voice, and your vote. I believe together we can grow Radcliff and strengthen our community and build a future that this city deserves. So my name is Michelle Mitchell, and I would be honored to serve as your next mayor of Radcliff. Like you said, please reach out. You can go to my website. There's tabs on there for you if you would like to volunteer, if you would like to donate, if you would like to learn more, if you'd like for me to come out and speak to a group of people. I am here, I'm available, and please do not hesitate to reach out. I also have my email and my phone number on that website as well. So thank you so much for coming to hear what I would like to provide to Radcliff, and let's go and make a change and make this place better in the future for the young ones that we have here.
All right. Well, we thank you guys for watching. Up next at 4 o'clock, we'll have Brian Sankey or Sankey, or I don't know. We'll figure out how to pronounce his name when he's on at 4 o'clock. And we thank you, Michelle, for joining us. And we'll have the edited version published soon. In the meantime, anybody can watch this live and watch the live recording. But join us again here in 20 minutes, and we'll see you guys then.
Thank you, Hardin Local, so much for this.